right, y'all. The manosphere supports and promotes violence against women. Kevin Samuels is a part of the manosphere, so he is the subject of this smoke. First, we're going to define the word influence. Influence is a noun, and it is defined as the capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone or something, or the effect itself. That's the definition of influence. So let's move over to the manosphere.com. This website was promoted by Kevin Samuels on the Joe Budden podcast.
Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. He runs a website called the Negro Manosphere. And over there is a collective of black men who are always talking about, things that are important to us.
On this website, there's an article titled Abuse versus Punishment. This was written by Donovan Sharp. Abuse versus Punishment. It was written by Donovan Sharp, and that is Donovan right there sitting next to Kevin Samuels. That is Donovan sitting next to Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels is an image consultant, so-called image consultant, who is very aware of his image and his likeness and who he associates with. Here he is sitting with Donovan Sharp. So what did Donovan Sharp say about abuse and punishment? I'm not going to read the whole article. I'm going to scroll to the bottom. Remember, this is the website that Kevin Samuels promoted on the Joe Budden podcast. I'm going to scroll to the bottom and read. And this man said, women respect abusive men infinitely more than non-abusive men. Women respect abusive men infinitely more than non-abusive men. This is what Donovan Sharp said. He is sitting next to Kevin Samuels. This website is owned by O'Shea Duke. You guys can read it for yourself. And let me read this last paragraph before I continue. It says, as far as men who are actual abusers, they get more sex, loyalty, and favorable treatment from their women. They know that if they cross the line, she's getting a left cross to the jaw. Right or wrong, moral or immoral, this is how women are. Respect is one of the most important elements when it comes to arousal and loyalty. For better or worse, men who put their hands on women get more respect than men who don't. This is on the negromanosphere.com. This was written by Donovan Sharp. Donovan Sharp is sitting next to Kevin Samuels. The definition of influence: the capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone or something, or the effect itself. These men are influencing other men to be violent.
Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. He runs a website called the Negro Manosphere.
Studies have been done. You can Google it for yourself. The manosphere is getting more toxic as angry men join the incels. What they are saying is you have men who are upset because they have been divorced or they're paying child support. They are joining with the men who have not had any success with women. So you have the incels joining with the angry men to create this manosphere. This is an article from Technology Review, MIT Technology Review. They talk about a man named Elliot Rodger who went on a shooting spree. Stabbing, shooting, injuring. He killed 6 people and injured 14. This man was a self-proclaimed incel. A group of computer scientists have been tracking the manosphere. And they said, and I quote, "We present a large-scale characterization of the manosphere a conglomerate of web-based misogynist movements focused on men's issues. Analyzing 28.8 million posts from 6 forums and 51 subreddits, these computer scientists analyzed 28.8 million posts, describing this movement as misogynistic, as I have said. They are charting and following the manosphere. Moving along. This is from the Texas Domestic Terrorism Threat Assessment from the Department of Public Safety in Texas. The Texas Department of Public Safety is watching the incels. Let me read. The involuntary celibate incels, actors blame women and society for their failure to develop intimate relationships. Many advocate the use of violence against persons, both men and women, they perceive to be successfully engaging in such relationships. They advocate for the violence against men and women who are successfully engaged in intimate relationships. Following a mass shooting by Elliot Rodger in 2014, many incels praise him as the supreme gentleman, and they support similar attacks, sometimes called incel rebellion. The manosphere promotes and supports violence against women and men. This is from the Texas Department of Public Safety. Are you still with me? Am I reaching? Most females are murdered by somebody they know. Most men are murdered by somebody they know. But when it comes to women, it's usually a romantic partner or a former romantic partner. Women are most likely to be killed by their partner or their ex. This is from BBC. And you have this manosphere promoting and supporting violence. I'm not playing with y'all today. We are not here to play. This is Elliot Rodger. This is from the BBC. How a misogynistic killer became an incel hero. They hold him in high regard as a hero, a man who failed. He failed with intimacy, developing relationships. So he went on a killing spree. This is a map charting the incel killing sprees. It starts with Elliot Rodger. And these 6 other people, 6 other shooters, they mentioned Elliot Rodger in a positive way prior to their attack. These people, these men were influenced by Elliot Rodger, the incel hero, and they are going around killing people. The definition of influence: the capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone or something, or the effect itself. They mapped it out. These incels, these manosphere cats, they're upset with life and they're violent. I've even received a so-called death threat on this YouTube page. Somebody was so upset. They were so upset with me in my video that they decided they would threaten me as I moved through these Oakland streets, chilling, walking these streets, riding my bike through these streets. I'm not hard to find. Come on now. So there we have it. Manosphere. To the men in the manosphere, I ask you, why are you not speaking out? Why are you not speaking against these violent acts? The misogyny, you are complicit. If you stand by and you say nothing, you are just as guilty as far as I'm concerned. Now, let me read this again. This man said, women respect abusive men infinitely more than non-abusive men. This website is owned by O'Shea Duke, and all of these men have large followings on social media where these incels and these hurt men give them money. Women respect abusive men infinitely more than non-abusive men. Wow. He says a woman who is not physically afraid of a male does not have much respect for said male, and these old disgruntled men are influencing teenagers. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. The man who wrote this is sitting right next to Kevin Samuels. So let's have this talk. Am I tripping? Am I reaching? Y'all be safe. I have a problem with the manosphere. The deadbeat dad. I'll see y'all on the next one.